Join me as I dive into my 2024 journaling essentials, hidden journals, and an update on my channel for 2025. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. As we step into an almost a new year, I find myself reflecting on the tools that help me maintain a consistent and enjoyable journaling practice. So I'm going to share with you my top picks for 20 I used to make was trying to follow someone else's system or style. I see this beautiful spread, whether it's on IG or Pinterest, and I'm like, okay, I need to get this, I need to get that. But the truth is, what works for someone else might not work for you. And that's okay. It's all about experimenting, finding what resonates with you, and making it your own. So let's dive into all this yummy stuff, and I'll share with you my top picks for 2024 journaling essentials. So, first up are these scissors, and they're called Fatima scissors, and I've had them for 5 years now, and I do have them sharpened every like 3 months or so. My sweet husband will have them sharpened for me, and I cannot tell you how sweet they are to have in my journaling stash. And of course, this snazzy paper puncher that I got for, I think, honestly, my crafty friends, I got this for, I think $10 or $7. It was on clearance at Hobby Lobby. And I'm like, what? No way. So this is super, super essential. And I really do use this a lot. These to me are like gold. I absolutely love these. These are, I always forget the name of these, but these are ball bead chains, and they are so helpful to put on your journals. And I'll share more in just a little bit. But if you can snag these, and I'll put these in the description box below, but they come in packs of 100 in each bag, and you really get your dollar's worth, in my opinion. Okay. This beloved whale tail punch has been around forever, and I do use it a lot. I did invest in the largest one, and I've used it a few times, but I do use this a lot. Something not journaling related, but it's very comforting, and it's this LED candle, and I love it because it truly looks like a real candle. But it's not, and it comes with all these cool colors that I can switch this to, and I absolutely love it. My favorite color is purple, and right now I like red because I'm still in the Christmas spirit. Um, so that's super essential. And of course, I've used this so much this year. Café Bustelo, yes, I speak fluent Spanish, read and write it. And I get these at the dollar store, and I've used this so much. It's pretty cool. So all I do is I put a packet with some water and about, I want to say about a teaspoon or two of alcohol, rubbing alcohol, and it's super handy to distress your pages. This is, I forget, my goodness, but I know it's used with, it's to wrap certain meats. And I get this at my local supermarket, and I love this for embellishments and beads. And speaking of beads, um, these have been my favorite beads this past year since starting my YouTube channel. And I got these at Hobby Lobby for like 99 cents. It had like 200 pieces or something like that. So if you can get some neutral beads, that would be wicked awesome to consider. Yes, yes, these are so cool. And I saw Corey Daman. And if you don't follow her, you should. I will put her video, her channel down below, but I saw her using these, and I so believe in supporting my local small chain fabric stores. And they had these on sale, and I got a nice little stack of these, a packet of these for like super, super cheap. But I know that Hobby Lobby also has these, and that's where I got them first. But I got more at my local fabric store. Um, and of course, my favorite, We Are Memory Keepers paper trimmer. This one is my favorite. I had, and I still have it. It's downstairs in my husband's office. It's from Fiskars. It's like literally, it's as old as my son, who's 26 years old. Um, and honestly, it still works because I'm able to replace the blades. But I'm always leery about all-in-one kind of tools and even appliances. But this one, in my opinion, honestly, I've had this one for, gosh, I want to say 5 years now, and I absolutely, absolutely love it. Um, so it does the trimming and it also does the scoring. This has always been, this here is 26, literally 26 years old. Believe it or not, I've had this since my son was born. And all I do is I buy the re-anchor, and I've got like 4 or 5 re-anchors because I had an online store, and it is so ancient. But this ink is the bomb, my favorite. And Vintage Photo for the longest time on Walnut um, was my favorite, and now it's Scorched Timber. And you can tell that I use this a lot because you can barely see the words Scorched Timber. But this idea is from Candace at Journal Me Crazy, and if you don't follow her, you should. First of all, I love her accent. I love her sense of humor. She's absolutely hilarious, and she's just sweet as pie. I hope that one day I get to meet all my favorite online YouTubers, but she will save her. These are the potato bag wrappers, and I adhered it with crazy glue. But if you struggle, which I do, um, to lift your distress lids, you can do that. A little tip, and it is such a game changer. So thank you, sweet Candace, for that tip. Um, and let's change it up a little bit. I am a pen hoarder. This is my favorite pen, and this is my favorite pencil. I'm going to bring this in a little bit. Hopefully you can see it. Guru Toga. It's by Uniball, I believe, but this pen is just sweet as pie. And it also has an eraser, which you can tell I use it a lot because it's gone. I'm sorry for the blurriness here, but the color just does not. This color is not loved by my camera. But there you go. Okay. And I'll show you in a second how well it writes. Um, this is also, I use this Aton Winter White. I don't know if they still sell this, but I've had this for over 15 years. At least 10 to 15 years I've had this seam binding, and it's 100 yards. I bought it for wicked cheap because it was wholesale, and I would sell this in yards on my online store. But I've used fabric inks, um, distress inks, you name it, and it will really dye this seam binding well. So it's a really good investment. Oh my goodness! Speaking about glue, this year, this glue has been my go-to, and I debated whether or not I wanted. I mean, I did use the beginning of the year, this year, I used this a ton. And for the past 2 or 3 years, I was using art glitter glue. And I do use it from time to time. But this one, for the past year, I've used, I think this is like my fourth or fifth bottle, if I'm not mistaken. And this here is essential because it removes, it's a glue and residue eraser. This is super old. This is like over 10, 15 years old, but it really does remove the glue from your projects if you're concerned. But the reason why I like this glue, because it gives you a lot of wiggle room when you aren't sure of the where you have like placed your project. And I don't have that flexibility with our glitter glue. So that's just my opinion. Another glue that I have most recently fallen in love, and it's Pen and Gear. I, you know, I've seen this forever at Walmart. And so, you know what? Let me try it. It's super inexpensive, but I actually prefer it more so than this one. So if you grab this, and I bought I think 10 or 12 of them for like under $3 out here in New England. But this one is a little bit more pricier, and it's wetter. This one is drier. So it's just food for thought. Okay. Um, of course, this corner rounder has had a lot of use this year, and I must say it definitely has been essential in my crafting. And of course, this here, it's fine clear embossing powder. I've had this for over 15 years. As you can tell, this ketchup bottle is faded. It was a really bright, deep red, and I absolutely love this medium. And I use a heat gun because I do stamp on my artwork a lot. Um, this will catch the embossing powder that you use, and it's definitely a staple and essential when I journal or work with on certain surfaces. So I'm almost there. Um, this, I don't know if this is still sold at Michael's, but there used to be a couple of other brands that I have in my drawer. But these foam mini circles are bomb. They're a 1/4 inch, and I use them a lot, a lot. Um, and I think this is like my last package. This is also super, super helpful for making pockets and embellishments. I found myself using this particular size a ton. It's 1.5 inch um, EK Success, excuse me, paper punch, but this size is the one that I go to a ton. Um, in terms of eraser for ink or pencil, I love this one. It's by Tombow and it's mono. And as you can see, I've used it a ton. So it's something to keep in mind. Um, daubers are huge in my crafting. And then last but not least, I have used, this is my second, believe it or not, container of 3 and 16th inch grommets or eyelets. It's 400 pieces, and literally in the past, I want to say 3 months or 4 months, this is my second order that I've purchased. So I've definitely used a ton of these since starting my YouTube channel. So it's worth the investment. I do like the larger eyelets because I like to add these bead chains a lot with other embellishments. So I'm going to pause for a second and then I'll be back with some of the journals and another project that I've worked on and I did not share. I'll be right back. Here are some of the hidden junk journals that I've worked on this year, and for a host of reasons, I wasn't able to upload and share a little bit more. Some of them are finished, some of them are not, but this one is so precious and super sweet. I'm going to be putting this for sale, so if you're interested, definitely let me know. Um, it is such a sweet journal with really unique folds that have a lot of journaling spots and nice pockets. I'm not totally finished yet because I need to put some things in here. And then it has pages on the inside. And I did the three whole pamphlet stitch and then more pockets here. And I don't even know if this fold has ever been done. I was just playing around with my 12 by 12 cardstock, but the paper is absolutely beautiful. And here's a little hidden pocket and another one right here. And that's one journal that I worked on and kind of kept it under wraps, if you will. The next one, and it's a favorite one of mine. Pink is not my go-to color. This is already, I'm making this for a special faithful sister. Um, and it's made out of a large, I want to say, give you the size of the envelope. It's the 9 inch by 12 envelope. And it was such a fun project to put together. And I used elastic hair bands to keep the signatures in place. These are one of the stamps I sold many years ago. I thank my God for every time I remember you, Philippians 1:3. And then it's just got all these pages and different pockets for my sister, faithful sister, to adorn as she so pleases. So this will be in the front here. It's like a 3D um, pocket that I made, and inside it will have some embellishments, and this will seal like so, and it will go right here. I still have to add something in the middle. So that's an unfinished hidden journal that I worked on off camera. Um, this one is another favorite one of mine, and this is canvas fabric, by the way, that I printed on, and I used cheesecloth. Um, but and also use the same hair elastic to keep the this has one signature only, but I did some stamping with this Amerasian gal, and I have some stamps and some die cuts here, some stamping. This is a butterfly that I stamped. It has all sorts of little tuck spots with journaling spots and a belly band here, if you will, right there, and a large pocket tag that you can journal on. And then here are the pages. I'm going to move this in a little bit so that you can see. And that can be a tuck spot. That's a rubber stamp that I embossed with fine embossing powder. Is a little tuck spot that I made there. Um, and here's another writing spot that I created, like so. Just cut it and put a paper clip, and that will go right there. Um, More pockets, journaling pages. This is a wax seal, and that I haven't quite glued yet because I haven't decided what I want to do. And this is an envelope. Um, uh, and these are page tabs that I made earlier this summer, and it was so much fun. This is on transparency um, paper, or acetate paper, if you will. Um, and I did stenciling on the edges of the page. Um, and there's one more spot here. This is a really cool scallop, and I know that this has been done by many other creators. You use the edges of the envelope with a scallop paper punch to make a page tab. Isn't that cool? Super, super cool. So, and that's a tuck spot, and I did add embellishment on those gorgeous flowers. So that's, oh, and also the back is also, I printed on canvas. I really love how this turned out. Really love this journal. And then this one here it's not finished yet, but it's kind of like I just took a bunch of pages and glued them back to back so that they will, some are glued, not all, but you just glue them back to back. And it's such a cool technique um, that you can kind of do if you want to keep a very flat journal. And then I created a spine, which I haven't glued yet. And it's super, super, super easy to put together. And these are chapter one papers, by the way. And I'm still keeping this together with a hair elastic, but I will eventually glue this in. But it's a really cool journal to consider putting together if you're interested. Um, and then this is a fun Christmas theme journal. It's just a one spine. I haven't quite finished it yet, but it's just loaded with all sorts of digitals. This is Pink Monarch's print, and I think it's a calico collage. Um, but I used a lot of scraps for my stash, and I did do some sewing on the pages to make a pocket. And I love embellishing it. This is what I mean about my style. If this is already printed, I want to add a little bit more to it. So I added sequence, and I did sew a little bead, and then I sewed it to the back with faux tape, which I love to use. Oh, actually, no, it has two very thin signatures. And this is a really cool pocket. I don't remember where I saw it, but like I said, I did this beginning of January and never finished it. So here's another cool pocket that I made, but that's this one. And then on the back, I also, instead of gluing this to the back of the file folder that I used to make the spine on the cover, I just glued the edges and layered it so I can have a pocket here and a pocket here. And I also did the same to the front, which is really cool. So it has two signatures, and I used eyelets. Um, and I did a third eyelet because I want to put some embellishments through there. And then lastly, this was really cool. These are 4 envelopes. Yes, 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 yes. I took, um, and I don't know if I have any more, but these I found at the dollar store. Yes, this is what all I have left. These are 3.5 by 6.5, and I actually made a box. Is that not cool? I don't know how these ideas come to my mind, but I thank God for the creativity and honestly the joy that it brings my soul to be able to use what I see at times and turn it into art. So this will open up like so. And I did a double knot here. Um, bear with me. And then that opens up like so with 2 clips. I may use a magnet. And then on the inside, I made a snowflake, a wooden snowflake that I stamped on it. And I used different distress inks. And I added a bead and some of that fun um, butcher's, I think it's butcher's thread or something like that. But I like that it's very thin. And I did use some foil on the edges of this wooden snowflake. I did stamp on the front and the back, so that goes in here. And I also put a little decoration on the inside. But this was so much fun to put together. And if you're interested in learning how I did this, please let me know in the comment section. But last and not least, um, I do want to share with you an update. And this little journal that I got at the dollar store, I have 4 different sections on, well, two sections. I have all 4 seasons. I have spring, summer, autumn, and winter. And I literally have been using it with all the ideas and what I've been sharing on my channel. And I want to share with you how, first of all, how cool this pen writes. Um, that for 2025, I hope that if all goes well with some health um, things that both my husband and I need to take care of, I will reopen Innovative Sam Creations. And for those of you who might be new to my channel, I did have an online store for almost 10 years, and it was pretty successful, and it did really well. And I sold deeply etched, unmounted rubber stamp sheets. And this time I will sell rubber stamp sheets, but they will come with cling on the back. And I want to give you a sneak peek at one of the images that I will be offering. Sometime early, God willing, in 2025. And samples will be forthcoming very, very soon. This is called a journal and has a tag. It says the word My Sketches, Little One, Special Notes, Art Journal, a large tag. This is really cool. Um, Kind of like if you want to accent the edges and pretend that you have done some sewing, that would be really cool. Or you can also sew on that. And then here is it's right, it's really cool. It's a slot, 2 little slots for adding pins like so. I know I'm using a needle, but if you want to put a pin through the top and then the bottom, it'll be really cool. So it's a stamp that is already on the sheet, and I'll show you the thickness of the red rubber dye. They're very, very thick, and the images are wicked, wicked, um, deep, deep. And a few more special notes, snapshots of life. So I'm super pumped and excited for that. And another one, I want to give you another sneak peek. This one was a huge hit, and it was a favorite one. It's the sunflowers with all sorts, and I want to be careful because the white affects the glare on my camera, but this is a very fun image, super, super, super versatile. Um, so super excited, super, super excited to get that going. And then a couple more things. I'm going to start a weekly challenge. I don't know exactly what day of the week, but it will be inspired by faith, a mixed media journey. I'm so looking forward to incorporating more mixed media on my channel and also uh, share a bit more of my style. And I'm hoping that you'll join in as well. So I want to end by saying thank you for your support, and I am so looking forward to 2025. 2024 has not been an easy year for me, but I'm thankful to God for his blessings and the joy that it brings me to be able to do this now full time. Even though I have been very busy because I haven't shared this, I do have a puppy, Roddy, that I've been caring for. Course, the picture that I want to show you, here we go. Here is Hans. Yep, he's super cute. Um, and he's a lot of work, but a joy. So, my sweet friends, thank you for hanging out with me. I hope that these 24 journaling essentials and these journals, hidden journals that I shared with you, and my update for 2025 have inspired you. And I hope that you find the time to continue to support my channel and like, subscribe, and share with others. I would love to hear from you in the comment section. What are your favorite journaling tools and how do you like to use them? Share, so tag me in your social media. And I look forward to seeing you in 2025. Thank you so much and be blessed.